Hello, Steve with Covington Pool here, and today we're going to explain. We're going to go from a green, nasty pool to a clear pool, and the misconception is that you can do this in, virtually no time, couple days, 24 hours, and typically that's just not the case. You can see here we have a nice green pool, almost the same green as the trees. And there's mosquitoes and there's tadpoles and frogs. If you can look closely, you can see the tadpoles swimming. We've got to get rid of all this. We've got to turn this pool into a beautiful pool. Right now, it's an eyesore. This house is for sale. Nobody wants to buy this house looking like this. This is a really nice house in a nice neighborhood. So we've got to get this thing taken care of pretty soon. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to buy a bottle of Raid Yard Guard. Okay, you're going to want to spray the perimeter of the pool, the pump area, and up against the house. That way, while you're working on the pool, you're not getting attacked by all the mosquitoes that are living around here. They're just feeding off of this area. So what we're going to do is we're going to spray this whole area down, and then we're going to start working on the pool for today. We'll just go around spraying all these little bushes, trees, and then we'll just spray around the perimeter real quick. Spraying all the bushes. Alright, you get the idea. Alright, that'll generally give you, 30 to 45 minutes of work time while you're trying to get the pool cleared up. You're going to want to make sure, we're starting from startup. This pool was drained a couple weeks ago, and then it was just left to sit. So the pump wasn't run or anything, as far as I know. So we're just going to act like it hasn't been running all year. We have no idea. We don't know the status, what happened, or anything. So we're going to have to just go through this together and see what happens. As you can see, they've got a salt system here. They've got the Jandy salt system, the Aqua Pure. They've got the Whisper Flow, a Pentair, and then they've got the FNS Plus DE filter. First thing first, we want to get this pump running. That's our main concern at this point, is making sure we get our pump running. So go in here and check. Oh, got to flip the breakers. Make sure those are on. Go around to the main system here. Turn it on. See if it's got prime or not. You got your main drain turned on and both skimmers. Alright. Looks as though it's not primed, so we're going to have to prime it. So what you want to do is you want to turn off your pump. There's a little bit of water there. You open up your lid. Need to make sure that, oh, there's a problem. That was blocking the entryway. It was turned the wrong way. We're going to grab us some water in a bucket here. See if we can't get this thing primed. Do this a few times. Put the lid back on. See if that will do it. Continue that until you get the pool to prime. Okay, now that we have the pump running, I've got water filling the pool. We're going to want to get this water as full as we can get it. I'm going to leave this water running for probably 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. And then I'll come back and I'll check the pool. You're going to want to get all this yard debris up. You're going to want to clean your skimmers, whether you have just one or two. There's one right over here. There's another right over in this area here. Again, you're going to want to get all the yard debris up to make this effectively work. Make this work as effectively as possible. There are frogs in here. You have big frogs. You can see one there. These are they're gonna die. You know, unless you can sit and scoop them all out. You can do that if you want. But it would take forever to get them all, and they're not going to sit there and let you scoop them. I ended up having to backwash the filter to get this thing to prime. Sometimes you have to do that because there's so much pressure on the filter that it just needs to be backwashed first. Now that we have everything running, we're going to super shock this pool, and then we're going to put algicide, some clarifier, and then we were going to put another product in there that I make my own self, and we're going to kind of see how it does. Hopefully we'll get lucky, and in 3 days, 4 days, this thing will be crystal clear, and it'll have just a layer of sludge on the bottom of the pool that we can just vacuum to waste. But I'm not expecting that to happen. I'm expecting the worst. We're going to be in for this for 7 to 10 days, I'm sure. But, so here it goes. We're going to shock, clarifier, algicide, and then we're going to let it sit. We're going to let this pool run for about 4 or 5 hours, and then we're going to turn it off. And we'll let it sit for 2 days. And once you get done with skimming the surface of the pool, you're going to want to take your brush, your pool brush, and attach it to your pole, and you're going to want to brush the surfaces off, all the surface of the pool, the walls, everything. You're going to want to brush it. But remember, get everything that is on the top of the pool off the top. It's just going to, everything that's on the top will just end up settling to the bottom of the pool, and then that's just more you got to clean once you get the pool clear and you're ready to vacuum. It's just going to be that much more you're going to have to vacuum at a later date. So just go ahead and get everything off the top of the pool. It may take you 15-20 minutes, 30 minutes or so, but go ahead and get that off. Like I said, we've got the pool running. We got the water running. We're going to want to turn this thing to recirculate in just a few minutes. I'm going to put a little bit of chlorine in the skimmers just to, if there's any algae in the motor or the filter, I want to go ahead and kill that, and then we're going to be ready to put this stuff in, and then we're going to let it run for a couple hours, and then we'll come back and turn it off, let it sit. I know this is a long video. It's not, I can't just quickly do this and show you, and we'll try to cut some of this out, but these are the steps you really need to be clear on and be sure that you effectively do them, because if you don't, it would just end up being a long drawn out process, and it can be that even working your butt out here. So make sure you get a pool professional to do this. You can try it at home. I don't suggest it, just because pool professionals have more knowledge and experience on these type of things. I was able to get that frog out that I showed a few minutes ago. He actually came to the surface and I scooped him right out. But there's more in there, and they're going to die. And you want to be here in a couple hours. You want to come back to it in a couple hours and get those that have floated off. They'll end up floating to the top and dying off. But come back in a couple hours and get those out. All right. Here we go. We're gonna shock this thing, and then we'll be gone for an hour or two. All right, it's day one of this still. I just got done putting my chemicals in. I brushed the bottom of the pool, the sides of the walls, and it's on recirculate. We're gonna now let it recirculate for, like I said, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. Let it get good and through the system. I want every bit of water to touch this chemical that I put in. It takes quite a few hours for it to completely recirculate the pool. Now, this is the same day. It's not a different day. It's not, today's Wednesday, July the 18th. I don't know. Maybe not. Hold on. I'll tell you what day it is. Yeah, July the 18th, Wednesday. And then we're going to let it sit for 24, 48 hours. We're not going to come back until Friday morning to Friday afternoon. If you recall how green this pool was when we first got here, look at it now. Look at that pool. Chemicals have already started to react, and that's what you want to see. You want to see that. If you don't see that, something you have done not quite right. So hopefully Friday morning this thing will be crystal clear, and then everything, all the algae, everything will be on the bottom of this pool. We can vacuum it to waste, and we can start servicing it. And they can start swimming if they want, or not, because it's a foreclosure, but they'll probably have to put locks on the gates to keep people out. But we'll be back. You'll see the result on Friday. Subscribe to our channel. Comment, question. If you have questions about your pool, ask me. Salt generators, filters, algae, whatever, testing. Ask me. I'll try to answer you. Peace out. Metro Atlanta, call me. Covington Pool.